can be so hard to be away from the ones we love, and with special occasions such as Father's Day this weekend, it can be even tougher. But imagine having a loved one fighting for our freedom overseas. Some of our service members have never spent Father's Day with their children or have been deployed when their child was born. Joining us today to tell us more about a campaign to change that is Jim Knott, CEO of Operation Homefront. Welcome to Delmarva Life.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
My first question is just basically tell us a little bit more about Operation Homefront.
Well, thank you. Operation Homefront is a military support nonprofit, and we provide emergency, financial, and then other kinds of assistance to our military families. It is mostly going to help meet the most basic of needs, like rent, utilities, and even food assistance. But from time to time, we get to do some great morale programs where we can lift the spirits of our service members, and that's what we're able to do this Father's Day with Dove Men Plus Care. Operation Homefront is sending 300 military dads home for Father's Day, so they can have those real moments with their families.
Yeah, and Jim, you've had those experiences with the military. What does it mean to the families?
Well, it means everything. I mean, there are lots of challenges to military life, and one of those challenges is you're often just not there. Whether you're deployed or you're in training or whatever reason, you're just not there. And so for Father's Day this year, we'll give those families the opportunity to actually come home and celebrate what matters most. And for these military families, I can guarantee you it is their family that matters most.
Yeah, I imagine it can't be easy to be away from your family for months at a time, even years.
Well, and on the video you're seeing is actually a reunion of a service member that just recently came back from Afghanistan. And this is the first time he's seeing his 2-year-old daughter and his wife after his deployment. And he is meeting his new son for the very first time.
Oh, that is very, very nice, very heart-touching. Describe for us when that reunion takes place. What does it feel like?
Well, there is no describing it. I mean, you're just over the moon. I mean, our service members care so much about our country and the freedoms that we all enjoy, and that's why they volunteer for their service. And as much as anything, they're doing it for their families back home. It's very personal for them, and that kind of reunion, most people can't even put themselves in that situation to imagine it, and that's really what it's all about.
Oh, and great. That is great that a lot of family members are going to be reunited for Father's Day. Jim, certainly a heartfelt campaign. Thank you so much for sharing the information.
Thank you.
All right, and if you would like to read more about reconnecting military families for Father's Day, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Brian?
Well, Lisa, such an emotional reunion, and our next guest knows exactly what those military families go through when they're deployed. Sabrina Metzger's husband, Sergeant First Class Patrick Metzger, is deployed in Afghanistan. And Sabrina, you're due to give birth to your first child in about 3.5 weeks. And Jeff Merritt, coordinator with Operation We Care, also joins us this afternoon. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
Sabrina,
you.
I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about your family and the situation you're in right now.
Pat and I have been married for almost 12 years this year. We met on the job here locally in Salisbury. We're both kind of transplants to the area. This is our first child together. It was a little not planned, however, it was a blessing, of course. I found out about a week after he left to Texas that I was pregnant and had to tell him over the phone. So it was a little rough, but we have a lot of good friends and support here locally that have helped us through this.
He went to Texas this past October and
Yes.
then was deployed overseas in December.
Right.
So what was that like for you, having to tell him over the phone that you were pregnant and he wasn't there to, share that connection with you in person?
Very scary, actually. I didn't know how he was going to take it. Like I said, we didn't plan at this point in our lives. We were going to wait till he came home. However, it was better than I expected. He was very excited. So it made me feel better. I was the emotional mess, but he was very, very excited.
And what have these last few months been like for you? I mean, with the holidays and it has to be difficult.
Yes, we actually got to go to Texas for about 4 days right before Christmas. So at least we got to see our loved ones before they left. Mm-hmm. So that was definitely a big perk for everybody. But it's difficult, having to do everything at home. worrying about Pat being gone.
Right.
But it's just it's going quickly, which I'm grateful for. So, you know, it's just something you have to deal with.
And will he be able to be here for the birth or no?
He will not actually, but luckily technology is what it is today, and we'll be able to connect, you know, at least through the internet or Skype or something like that.
And you said when he was on his initial tour over there, it was much different because you didn't have all this technology to really keep in touch with him the way you can now.
Correct. Yeah. This is his third deployment. The last one about 10 years ago. So it was only the email once a week or so, telephone calls once a week. So this time around, we can basically text back and forth, so it's, you know, kind of like he's here every day.
And communicate more frequently.
Yes.
And Jeff, you know, Operation We Care provides such a tremendous amount of support to families like Sabrina's. Explain to us what you do.
Well, we started 5 years ago. We have 2 major care package packing events every year, May and November, and it's grown over the years. We just had our most recent event on May 19th, and Sabrina joined us along with many other family members of the local Salisbury unit here that's currently in Afghanistan, and we pack lots of care packages.
And you have one here, an example that you know
Yes.
you'll send over to the troops. And there's artwork around it. Tell us about that, because that was interesting to the story.
Well, a few years ago we discovered that the school kids in the area need something to do. So they've graciously stepped up to decorate these panels that we glue on the inside of the box, so that when the soldier opens his care package, it's not just a brown box on the inside, it's full of color and messages and notes from the local kids. And we've had 14 schools step up to help us with this. So.
And I could imagine it's something so simple, but it probably means the world to these soldiers when they receive something like this.
Absolutely.
All right, now the other thing, you can always use more help. What exactly do you need? What are you looking for?
Very simple items, baby wipes,
And we have
microwave
the list,
popcorn.
We have the list up of everything you're looking for. There's 10 main items. You have the canned pop-top pasta, granola bars, hot chocolate, instant oatmeal, just simple everyday things. The popcorn, as you said, Pop-Tarts, instant tea bags, and then deodorant, shampoo or body wash, and dental floss. So just, you know, simple everyday things that make a big difference to people.
They absolutely do, yes.
All right. Now back to you, Sabrina. We have a little bit of a surprise for you. So, actually, Patrick is joining us via Skype from Afghanistan. We have him. There he is. We wanted to surprise you. I'm going to get the tissues out. You said you were probably going to. There he is. Say hi.
Can you hear me?
There may be a little bit of a delay. Patrick, can you hear us?
Hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
There you go. Okay, so
right.
Sabrina's here with us. You have not seen him in quite some time.
Physically, in a long time. We've been able to FaceTime and Skype a couple of times, so we've got to see each other. But
What is it like for you seeing him right now?
it's good. They surprised me a lot lately, so.
And Patrick, we want to bring you in here. You know, Sabrina just talked about the situation. What is it like for you to be away, especially knowing you have a child, you know, on the way in about 3.5 weeks?
It's kind of hard. Jealous is the big one that comes to mind. You know, I want to be there for the first cry and all that, but hey, it is what it is.
And because of technology today, like we're doing now, you know, you may be able to feel connected than you would have 10 years ago. And Sabrina has told us that she really does not know the gender of the baby. I know you keep asking her if she really does know. She said she doesn't.
Yeah, that's what she tells me.
I promise I don't know.
And so I can imagine when you finally do get to come home, what's the first thing you're going to do?
Oh, I mean, there's no question. Just see little Nugget and give him or her a big kiss and never let go for a long time.
All right, very good. So obviously great for you guys to see each other, and we appreciate everything you're doing over there, Patrick, for our country, and stay safe. And you know that you'll be coming home to your wife and a new child, so it's very exciting, your homecoming will be.
Well, I thank you for this opportunity, and all my soldiers here in Afghanistan. Thank everybody for what they've been doing for us, and Mr. Merritt, his his drives are totally a morale builder for us over here, especially when the trucks pull up with all that mail on it. It's you can really see how everybody's day is lifted up. I really appreciate it.
As we
It makes
said,
my job a lot easier.
something so simple and it makes a big difference.
It does. It
All
really
right,
does.
Sabrina, if you
Thank
want to say goodbye.
I love you. Bye. I'll talk to you
I
later.
love you too. All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Here we go. We pulled a fast one on you,
Yeah,
but I'm sure it was a
right.
good surprise, right?
Yeah, that was good.
So we appreciate you so much being here today and sharing your story, and hopefully the next several months will go by quickly and he'll be home, and obviously the best of luck.
Thank you very
Boy
much.
or girl, whatever
Yes.
you're having. And Jeff, thank you too. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, he used to live life in the fast lane, but in 2004, world champion drag racer Fast Jack Beckman got a diagnosis that he feared would slow him down. He joins us next to share his story and his efforts to help others in the same situation. And later, with summer comes a lot of entertaining. We'll find out why you may want to consider renting a porta potty before the guests arrive, and you may be surprised to learn all that they have to offer. Delmarva Life will be right back.